morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome, welcome. Get settled in, grab your cup, take a sip. Today, we are going to talk about life after loss. So, gather around and enjoy. Loss can be extremely difficult for us, and it comes in many, many ways, right? Loss can come in the form of losing a loved one. It could become loss of a relationship, loss of a job, loss of a financial position, loss of confidence. Loss really does have many faces, and it can impact us. It can impact us mentally, emotionally, physically. So how do we live after loss? How do we move on? How do we find life? How do we find enjoyment? And we really can do a lot of that through our mental perception and our understanding and our trusting, which is sometimes the hardest point to trust, right? When you're in the depths of grief, depression, anxiety, loss, anger, when you're in the depths of it, believing and understanding and trusting and surrendering are actually some of the hardest aspects to hold on to, believe in. So we can absolutely do it, but it definitely takes that energy. It takes that commitment of, hey, wait a second. The universe must have something in store for us. Our guides or must be doing something behind the scenes, even if we're not aware of what they're doing. Sometimes we really want to know, and it can be hard. But, as we talk about it and as we do it, I want to just kind of share with you, that you can move on and that you can be happy and that you can have enjoyment and fulfillment. And sometimes things must fall away. The old must fall away so that the new can come in. So, if we hold on to everything, there's no room for growth, right? So if everything is old and we're hanging on and doing it, there's no room for growth around it. Okay. So sometimes the things must fall away, they rot, they get decayed, and they die. And that death, again, maybe in the form of a physical, someone's ready to transition and they're ready to graduate and they're ready for their next journey. And some is more, you're holding on to a job that is not enjoyable or doesn't serve your highest good, or you're in it for safety, so it falls away. So it really is trusting all of that around us and trusting what it is we are getting and receiving. So as you go through your physical experience and you have your ups and you have your downs and you have those fears and those worries, ask yourself, okay, wait a second, am I truly surrendering? Am I truly putting myself out there? Because when we can have the mental state and perception of joy and abundance, we absolutely will bring that more in, okay? We will absolutely manifest more of that. And so that's really the key for us. That's the key, is saying, hey, wait a second, let me bring in more, let me do more, let me embrace more, without letting it wear you down and exhaust you, because a lot of times that can happen as well. When we lose a loved one, now this can be so difficult and so hard, and really one of the uh, most challenging things a lot of us can experience, because sometimes death is difficult to understand. If someone's younger, or maybe they were such a great person, or even if they're older and we just have such a close connection with them, loss is still loss, and it can be difficult for us to move on, to move past it. But again, when we start to trust and surrender that, regardless of understanding why that person passed away, is it fair? Is it not fair? Where are we left? What are we doing? It really is surrendering and trusting, wait a second, for some reason beyond our knowledge, maybe beyond our own awareness and our own understanding, that person is truly ready for their next phase, right? For their next journey, for their next lesson. And when we let go of the physical body and the physical experience has come to an end, we're ready for soul school. So it's really about enjoying the memories and the connection and holding that memory with us and among us as we move on, but not allowing it to bring us so down, right? I was just telling one of my students this the other day, that losing a child is something that's so difficult to really explain or justify, right? But I understand for a parent, it really is seems so unfair and senseless. But again, whatever that is, it literally could be that that child, they didn't need, to me, they didn't need all the experiences we need, right? So for whatever reason, maybe they're more enlightened soul. Uh, they're on another life path here. So they don't need as many life physical experiences. Doesn't make it fun or fair or right, but again, we have to trust whatever ever the highest source is. And we won't know until we pass away. When we transition, I think we're going to get the whole kit and caboodle. I think we're going to understand it all. Right now, we're all just doing the best we can to really make that connection to understand. But I would agree that the child for sure is one of the most difficult. But as we can come together and as we can celebrate and as we can understand, hey, wait a second, we've had miracles around us, with us, and among us. And when we have that gratitude for those miracles, whether that's a person, a place, an experience, it's allowing us to grow and to nurture our own soul and to expand and to know that on the other side, we all do come together once again. There's a lot happening, a lot of classes. I have the spiritual business class happening this Thursday. Don't want to miss out. If you're looking to build that spiritual business, now is the time. We have a manifestation workshop. A lot is happening. We have Sunday with Spirit. So a lot is going on. Check out colbyrebel.com. Come and join me for some inspiration, manifestation, some planning, and always feel free to book a session with me. But I'm excited to move in here with you and to connect and to remind you to shine your light and shine it bright, everyone. Have a beautiful day and lots of love to you. Bye, everyone.